Hello you guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, you're watching BookedonCharity, and in today's video I'll be sharing with you my recent book haul. Remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, like this video at the end if you enjoy it, and let's get into the video. So firstly, I've got two books that have been recently sent to me by the people at Wordsworth Books. I will start with a book that I've already read. They sent this to me last month, but I don't think I've actually did a book haul with it, and that would be Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. If you've been here on the channel for a while, you will know that I am a fan of Sarah J. Maas's work. This seems to me like one of her earliest works, and you can kind of pick it up in the right time, but it's just still very readable. I gave this a 4-star rating. I recently read it. I absolutely enjoyed it. I even tabbed it a little bit because I feel like there's things in here that I would want to remember going into book 2, but otherwise I really did enjoy the story. So just for your interest's sake, I will read a bit of the synopsis for you guys. So it says, enter the realm, unleash the darkness, live the legend. In a land without magic, an assassin is summoned to the castle. Selena Sadorthian has no love for the vicious king who rules from his throne of glass, but she has not come to kill him. She has come to win her freedom. If she defeats 23 murderers, thieves, and warriors in a deadly competition, she will be released from prison to serve as the king's champion. And I really had a fun time reading this one. I absolutely really loved the banter in here. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed that. There is a bit of romance in here, as it is with all of Sarah J. Maas's books, but I do love me some fantasy romance books. So it also had like a great kind of like swoony romance in here. There isn't really any smut, and because it's a slow paced romance, which I really enjoy from the author. So yeah, this is the first book. And then secondly, they recently sent me The Extraordinaries by TJ Klune. TJ Klune is one of the authors that I really love reading from. I really enjoy their writing style. I enjoy the romantic elements that they bring in their books. It's always like queer romance. So I've read now 3 books from TJ Klune. I've read Under the Whispering Door, I've read The House in the Cerulean Sea, which was my favorite, and recently I read In the Lives of Papas, which was such a fun reading experience. It's so funny, so cozy, and yeah, so I'm looking forward to reading this one. I hope that the kind of writing that he does in his books right now is also prevalent in this. And then from Jonathan Ball Publishers, they sent me Drowning by TJ Newman. So it says The Rescue of Flight 1421. So I think this is a thriller. It says flight attendant turned New York Times bestselling author. Oh, TJ Newman was a flight attendant themselves, whose first book, Four Lane, was an instant international bestseller and biggest thriller debut of 2021, returns for her second book, an edge of your seat thriller about a commercial jet line that crashes into the ocean and sinks to the bottom with passengers trapped inside and the extraordinary rescue operation to save them. So that's what this book is about. And then we've got some books from NB Publishers that I'm really excited for. I've got Sunshine and Shadows by Usiseki Lekumalo. Love this cover so much. I think it's so pretty. This one says, I decided struggle love is the pit. You do not hang a Picasso piece in the back room. You hang it in a mansion. Vimbai, a final year law student at the University of Zimbabwe, is determined not to join the long line of unemployed graduates. She would rather trade sexual favors to get a job than to go back living with her aunt turned stepmother. Unlike her roommate Nosihle, the good girl who mistakenly falls in love with the wrong man, Vimbai prides herself on being pragmatic, even if that means making an enemy out of Ruby, the spoiled socialite who is leading a double life. But in Vimbai's search for someone who can offer her the opulence and grandeur of the Sunshine City, she dances too close to the sun, burns, and gets plunged into the shadows that lurk in the underbelly of her dream city. Now Vimbai is faced with 2 choices. Will she opt for a fairy tale love or the ominous allure of the shadows? I think it sounds like a fun read. And then they sent me a cookbook. This is the South African Vegan Cookbook, and this is the second volume. I don't have the first volume, but with such things, you don't need second volumes. But you guys, I wish I could properly show you. It is so nice to look at the food in here. They're so colorful, so healthy, so yummy looking. I cannot wait to try out all these recipes. I feel like this book is going to be one of my favorites, especially when I am on my journey to becoming vegan. I've been looking for something like this. If you know, you know. I've been on this journey for quite some time, and I've had other books that I would substitute some meaty meals for a more vegan variety. So I love that this one, I don't need to substitute anything. Instead, I will learn what I need to have in my pantry slash cupboard, because your girl don't have no pantry, but what I need to have in my kitchen, how I can mix certain things together. The most important thing for me as well is learning how to make sauces. Like, sauces are so hard to find when you trying to be vegan. So that's one thing that I want to get good at, making different kinds of sauces. It will make salads so good. And then the last stack of books that were sent to me are from Penguin Random House. They sent me The First Move, and this is by Jenny Ireland. And at the back it says, A Lonely Pawn. Tell me something about you, and I'll tell you something about me. Pretty basic. You first. A Lonely Pawn. This is the first time I've ever played since last year. Your turn. Pretty basic. I'm not like other girls. So this is like, I guess, a chat that two people are having with each other. And it says, Juliet believes girls like her, girls with arthritis, don't get their own love stories. She exists at the edges of her friends' social lives, preferring to play online chess. There, she isn't just the girl with the crutches. Ronan is a good-looking smart, a bad boy plagued by guilt over what happened to his brother. Chess life is his escape. At school, Juliet thinks someone like Ronan could never be interested in somebody like her, and she wouldn't want him to be anyway. His attitude stinks. But little do they know they have more in common than they think, and everybody deserves a love story. I love this. I love this. This is a YA romance. And then they also sent me Bridge by Lauren Buquez. This is actually meant to be a read-along, or it was a read-along with Tandem. However, I fell so behind with the read-along, so I will read this book at my own leisure. So yeah, the synopsis for this one is quite long. It's quite long, but essentially we've got Bridge, who just lost her mother, who was a neuroscientist, to cancer. And after the mother dies, she finds out all these secrets relating to her mom, and there's like time traveling in here. And Bridge finds that there is not only time traveling, but you can travel to another reality, and she believes that she might be able to find her mom in that reality. So, interesting synopsis. Looking forward to finally getting to it. And then they sent me One of Us is Back, which is part of the One of Us is Lying series. I absolutely loved One of Us is Lying. I still need to go back and read the rest of the books by Karen McManus, but I really do enjoy YA thrillers, and I feel like I need to start getting back into them a little bit more, because I've enjoyed the majority of the YA thrillers that I've read. Next, I've got My Fault, and this is by Mercedes Ron. I did share this, I think, in another video. It's not the typical book I would read. It's about a 17-year-old who they say lives a quiet, normal life with her mother in Toronto until her mom gets married to this rich guy. They move in with this rich guy. She finds that this rich guy has a son. They become like step siblings, but it seems that they are going to fall in love, which for me screams messy. And if you guys know, I hate messy stories, so I don't know about this one. It's not calling out to me. Like, reading the synopsis already made me feel like I do not want to go into the story, so I don't know about this one. But thank you, Penguin, for sending me these books. The next couple of books, it's books that I've bought myself, and you know it's always going to be the biggest stack. So let's quickly get into it. Firstly, I've got Forging Silver into Stars. This is by Bridget Camera, and this is the same author who wrote A Curse So Dark and Lovely, which is part of the Cursebreaker series, as well as Defy the Night. And this one says, in ancient magic has been banished in the kingdom of Seal Shallow for as long as Jax can remember. Now times are changing and magic has returned in the form of a mage smith king on the throne. But magic won't save Jax or his friend Callan when the tax collector comes calling. And then another section says, a newfound love. Jax and Callan are desperate enough to take a stranger's silver and to aid an anti-magical plot against the king, until Jack develops feeling for the king's courier, handsome Lord Tycho, a man determined to discover who's conspiring against the throne. A dark fate. Suddenly, Jax and Callan are embroiled in a world of shifting alliances, dangerous flirtations, and age-old magic, where even the deepest loyalties will be tested. So, yeah, looking forward to this one. It was on sale, so I picked it up. YA fantasy. I'm like, let's see what's going on in here. And then I also got The Society for Soulless Girls. This is by Laura Stephen, and it says, a twisty, sexy, smart haunting of a book full of eloquent rage. And this was said by Karen Maud Hargrave. So it says, 10 years ago, 4 teenagers lost their lives in the North Tower murders at the elite Carvel College of Arts, forcing the university to close its doors and the case to go cold. Now Carvel is reopening, and fearless student Lottie is determined to find out what really happened. But when her roommate Alice stumbles upon a soul-splitting ritual hidden in the library, and the North Tower claims another victim, time starts running out. Can Lottie and Alice uncover the truth before the centuries-old curse consumes them both? Sounds like another YA thriller. Looking forward to it. And then I got the next book in the Red Rising series for my collection. It's the next book for my collection because I haven't yet gotten to book 6. I'm about to start book 4. So this is Dark Age and book 5 in the Red Rising series by Piers Brown. One of my absolutely favorite series. I don't think I need to explain the series anymore to you guys. I've done so much. You guys know what this is about already, but I cannot wait to get into this one. So far, this is the chunkiest of chunks in the series. This one is 700 and oh my gosh, this chapter 92, 752 pages. So there's a lot going on, but a lot is not a bad thing when it comes to Piers Brown because he knows how to write. And then I've got Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I only got book 1 because I'm trying out the series. I've heard great things about Stephanie Garber's writing, and I've heard good things about the specific trilogy. This is part of the new covers, which I actually do like. I also do like the older covers, but since those are kind of like getting phased out, they're not that easy to get. So I have resorted to getting these ones. And I see that there's multimedia content in here. So looking forward to reading this. Is like some letters in here. So yeah, looking forward to reading this one. At the back it says, remember, it's all a game. What happens beyond this gate may frighten or excite you, but don't let any of it trick you. Once a year, the infamous Master Legend hosts Caraval, open only to those who have been invited. This year, the week-long game is on Legend's glittering Isla de los Sueños, where the winding streets are an elaborate snow-covered maze and the people are never who they seem. At midnight on the first day, the show begins and the visitors become players. Each of them is vying for the coveted prize, a single wish. All they must do is unravel the mystery of the Caraval, but in a game where danger hides behind every charming smile, winning isn't without loss, and their wish might be their last. Cecilia Ahen says, I love this novel. It's a thing of beauty and stuff of dreams. Looking forward to reading this one pretty soon. And then the final book on this TBR is Leviathan Wakes by James S.A. Corey, which is a pen name for 2 authors that came together to write the Expanse series. And you might be thinking, but Charity, don't you already own this book? Yes, I do. I own it in a different size, which is literally the only reason why I went and bought this trade paperback, because I have not seen the complete series in paperback size in any bookstore. And I'm not about to struggle to complete the series, but I have seen the trade paperbacks at my nearest reader's warehouse. So all the eight or nine books are available for me to purchase. So I've decided to start making the transition. So I started again with book one, and then over the next few months I'll collect the rest of the books. So I'm really excited to read this one. I don't know why the trade paperbacks have been sealed, because I mean, why was this one not sealed? But I guess I bought this one from Takealot and I got this one in store. So yeah, that is the final book in this book haul. Let me know what recent books you have added to your bookshelves, your TBR, down below. And if you made it this far in this video and you don't have any books to share, maybe just leave me a book stack emoji, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.